How are we doing, Heath? 22, 22. Oh, you one's okay. Nine millimeter, 17 HMR, shorty, 22 WMR, 223, 308, not a 308, 762 by 51, 762 by 54, 270, 30-06, 450 Bushmaster. The everyday carry. The coyote that's challenging me at 400 yards. The duck that didn't make it. So in Michigan, in the southern half, you're not allowed to use rifles. You have to use a straight wall cartridge. So in the UP, everybody uses the bottlenecks. Lower Michigan, we have to use a straight wall. So you get the 450 Bushmaster. My very first gun, one of my oldest guns, little 22 Pew Pew. The All-American SR762. And the Critter Getter, 17 HMR, with another unfortunate duck that never made it. Those look spicy. Working on lunch, GunDog. Even some horny day ballistic tips on the end. So I tell you what, that little 17 HMR, you put a ballistic tip on that and shoot a critter, it knows. What's the everyday carry? A Ruger American 9mm. The clip, you get 17+1. How we doing, poems and stones? Hard to tell looking at on the camera. Which one you want to look at, backyard? The Mosin the Gaunt shoots a 7.62 by 54. What's up, Jay Fishing? And this is not all. This is just the only ones I'll show. Sniper. Not quite. I can reach out and poke something pretty damn far with that gun. If you want to see one specifically up close, we'll start at the duck as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The good stuff. I figured you might like that, Paulsway. There's the EDC. Talon grips. Awesome. Recommend it for anybody that's got a handgun. This was a surplus rifle. Very good deal. SVD. I'm showing you pew pew power. Show me some thumbs up, people. I don't generally recommend spray painting a gun, but this gun came with a nasty finish, and I loved how it turned out. AccuTrigger. I'll stick with my early 70s Smith & Wesson revolvers. Yeah, they're nice. The only AR you'll ever need gun with a broken up pattern matters more than a shiny one. Absolutely. I got the 45 angles on that. It's got a piston shutoff on there. So if I wanted to, I can crank that over to 0, let a kid shoot, and then he'd have to pull the hammer back every time he shoots. How am I? You can't touch him. Can't touch him, critter. I can admire. I can tell you I can teach, but I cannot touch. AR-15, no. AR-15 shoot this little goofy guy. That big black beast right there shoots the 308. That one. 308 or a 7.62 by 51. It'll take both cartridges. This is a tester, critter. I've followed a bunch of different gun channels, and I think this is the trick to getting away with being able to show a gun. So like on lives, when you're checking your traps, you can't have it on your shoulder when you're walking out, and you flip the camera back on you and it's on your shoulder, you get in trouble, the gun's moving. You can show it in shorts, shooting guns, and you can show it in long form, but on live they don't want accidents of people blowing off their legs. Thank everybody for coming in. Smash that like button. Ask questions. What do you want to know? Trapper Scotty in the house. What's your longest confirmed shot? I got a coyote. I believe it was 355 yards with a 308. Where's that 10 gauge? Oh, that's in the big green box in the closet still. I didn't pull them all out. I just pulled out some of my favorites. Are you tired of whining now that President Trump is backing off? Yeah, I sure am. Got me beat by some 50 yards. Well, practice, practice. That is a Remington 1100. Good catch. It's got some really cool detailing on it. I also have another Remington 1100. That's the semi-auto version if you don't know, in 10 gauge. Germany gun. Talking about the Mosin Nagant. I love the 1100. Oh yeah, I absolutely love the 1100. You have one in the 20 gauge. So we got quite a bit of flat ground. I live up kind of in some hills, so I get a little bit further vantage points. There's going to be a little short live today. You can hear my kids stirring already. Looks identical to that one. Oh, your 1100 critter. You got the little bit of, had to make Make sure I put all my serial numbers down. You run 870s. So if I'm kayaking with a pooch, I run an 870. Yay, you go back. Put that back, take a nap. You go lay down in your room. You didn't take a very long nap, Otto. Yeah, so if I'm in a good boat, I'll bring this duck hunting. But 9 times out of 10, I have an 870 pump because I'm in a kayak and I have a dog in a kayak. And I carry about 48 decoys in the kayak. So with a dog and the decoys and me and a gun, the kayak kind of looks like a submarine. A couple of years ago, this is not a canvasback, this is a redhead. A couple of years ago, we had so many redheads migrating across the Straits of Mackinac that when they landed in the water, the weather guys got confused, thought there was a cloud out there. You look it up, there's still news articles. Luminaries coming in. I was born with 870. My first shotgun was the Rattle Paddle 500 Mossberg. I switched to a canoe actually, Heath. I did actually make that transfer. Sniper movie. I had a John boat and I brought a friend out fishing with me and he flipped it and I sold it. I got a pontoon boat, I got a sailboat, I got 5 canoes and 2 kayaks. I need to start making bullets, but I do not make bullets. I save all my casings for the day that I do make bullets. Did you go aluminum canoe or a plastic canoe? So I had 2 aluminum canoes, and I still have them. But then my brother found a fiberglass one for $100, and he brought that over. So I usually use the fiberglass one. It's a little less noise making when you're out on the water. And I do like the 20 gauge too for when you're upland hunting. That was a nice rooster out of South Dakota. I am a huge Ruger fan. Anything goes wrong with a Ruger, you call up the company and you get your parts right away. Oh, you're good luminaries. Reloading precision ammo is relaxing. I bet. Congratulations. If anybody's new here, go check out Critter Getter's channel. Just got monetized. Trapper Skinner. So I call this one my Joe Biden gun. Didn't like the weight of the fiberglass canoes. Before he became in office, I went out and bought this one. Like I said, it shoots 308 and 7.62 by 5.1. I didn't want an AR-15 because I already have a nice 223 rifle. So I bought the AR-10. I've been shooting this gun here since I was about 4 to 5 years old. A little single shot, only take shorties. And that gun there is a 17 HMR Savage. And we got a Ruger American 450 Bushmaster, Remington 1100, Mosin Nagant. If I'm saying that right, I don't know. If anybody's from Russia or Germany, correct me. Mosin Nagant. And that shoots 7.62 by 54. So very, very similar to the 7.62 by 51, by 51, by 54. A little bit of a height difference. And then obviously there's one more 7.62 by 39, which I don't own that caliber anymore. I like snipers that look beautiful in black. There's my only all solid black gun. Check out Ground Pounder. Is Ground Pounder in here? Did I miss him? And the 17 HMR is super tiny. Twice as much sting though. Well, I appreciate your dad, Luminaries. If he's still with us, thank him for his service for me. Hello, Catherine. I'm sorry to hear that, Luminaries. My dad wasn't a sniper, but he was Vietnam, and he did end up dying of the exact same thing. Started in his stomach and made its way to the brain. And some of the reason I like shed hunting, if you caught me shed hunting the other day, is I found that beautiful buck when I was out shed hunting, along with the sheds that are up on top of this cabinet. Stink bug in the house. 65 to 19, not a good score. Double tap that screen, please. Jay fishing is melting. Oh, nice wood duck. A little rabbit river. So it's either 42 or 43 different species of North American waterfowl. And my goal is I would like to get one of each mounted. And someday when I get really old and I think I'm gonna kick the bucket, I will donate it to like Simi Wildlife up in the UP. They have a big museum, educational purposes. Where's my snow goose mount? I haven't shot it yet. I gotta travel out to Nebraska, meet up with this crazy beer drinking dude, skin a couple coons, and go snow goose hunting. It's still going on in Canada, critter, but I don't want to take a gun across the border or a dog across the border and then find out they don't want to let me back. And if you've never shot a 450 Bushmaster, I would compare this gun with a 410. You get the kick of a 410 with this one. I have a clip and ammo for that M1. I would love an M1. This one is a Mosin Nagant, so the opposite team was carrying this when Americans were carrying the M1. And a bolt action rifle. You fed them through the top with a stripper clip, popped it in and pushed them all down. Well, I know they would send me back. I've heard horror stories about dogs that don't look well in the car, end up having to like go to the Canadian vets and get extra rabies shots and things like that. So I've just not been willing to take that chance. My dog is all up to date on all of her rabies, but apparently if your dog looks sickly, and some dogs don't travel well, especially that amount of mileage, I'm just not willing to take that. So I think if I went on a Canadian trip, my puppy might stay at home. This one's a good view. Go lay down, little one. Go get in your bed. You go nap for me? Just go hunt some corn, critter. Hey, this is the corn hunting rifle here. I purposely plant tomato plants out in my ravine so I can sit on my deck and make tomatoes explode. About 80 yards. And if it's not windy, this is the critter getter of choice on non-windy days, all the way out to 200 yards. If it is windy, I'd rather use the 22 or the 308. A little bit expensive, but a lot of woodchucks have met their demise with the 308. Roy, you keep giving me the eyeball. Which one you want to eyeball at? You go play. Mazin, very nice. Nope. We're not playing out here. What caliber is your AR? The AR is a 7.62 by 51 or 308. It shoots both. It's not your typical gas and pinion. It's a gas and piston. So it's got a block on the end, where if you're running a can on the end, you can fine tune it. Or if you had some junk ammo that makes it jam up, you can fine tune it, run just about anything through it. Is that an HK? You're not holding one. Go lay down. Let me buy that crack shot. Are you calling this one a crack shot? So this, I can't touch it to flip it over, but I believe it is called the original Chipmunk. I looked it up. It's like right around, it's before serial numbers were made is how old this gun is. Auto. Go. Go play with your toys. The guns are eating. Go play with your toys, please. My little one woke up from his nap early. I just got a Colt AR-15A2 H-bar Holst from my grandpa. That's cool. Is that a failing block 22? Failing block 22? I don't know what you mean there. That kicks open, breaks open. It's a short only shoot shorts. An itty bitty little guy. Cowboy gun? That one kind of looks like one, but it's only like 36 inches long. Auto, go. Play with your poo-poo house. Make me a pillow house. I don't know the model, but Stevens makes one kind of like it from the 60s. I do have two other 22s that are Stevens. They are bolt action. One's a single shot, and then one takes a clip of like 7 or 9. It's an odd number. What gun did you use? What gun did you use when you took down the barn rat? That actually was this gun right here, I believe. Raccoon that got my guinea hen. What's the painted one? Remington 700. I do have a 223 Remington 700, but this is a Savage 17 HMR. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Come here, Otto. Blimpy! Can you even buy 22 shorts anymore? Surprisingly, you can, Heath. They went up a pile in the last 4 years. But local Cabela's here in my state, you can go in and buy them all the time. Hardest round for me to find right now is the 7.62 by 54 for this gun. Since they shut down the buying ammunition from Russia and Germany. That one's been a little bit tricky to find. I'm buying old stock. And then 450s, if you don't have this round a month before deer season, all the deer hunters go and buy it up. I didn't touch it, looked like it. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit more. The Bass Pro near me usually has them. Yeah, yep. If we can get 50 likes in here, I will do another live next week with 6 different guns. So I won't put any of the same back on the table. You give me 50 likes, I'll give you more guns. Nice ceiling gun dog, yeah. Yep. Well, how's everybody's day going today? Anybody buried in snow? It just keeps coming down here. So what you're telling me, Heath, is the next time... No, what you're saying is when I go out to Nebraska goose hunting, I gotta swing up to North Dakota with a box full of 22 shorts and they'll sell like hotcakes. 40s there, I'm jealous. You don't have any snow in Washington? I'd loan you some. We got plenty of snow here. Oh, we were talking about taxidermy a few weeks ago. I got a bird guy. How much do you think it costs to get that taxidermed? $250. And then my ducks were $200 each. Poultry farm. Oh, you come in when I'm showing off my dead birds. So poultry farm raises some pheasants and poultry farm raises some ducks. Life is good, Roy. No complaints. If I had any, I wouldn't tell you. I doubt it, GunDog. Most people up here use 22 LR. Well, if you can't find the shorties, then you're forced to use the long rifle. But like that, this pew pew here only takes shorts. Which one is my favorite? My favorite is actually not on the table right now, to tell you the truth. I have a 1913 DMV, I believe it is, DMW, German 12-inch artillery Luger. My second favorite is probably my everyday carry. Go watch your movie. We can't touch these. Go watch your movie. You'll be playing with these. You'll be learning these in no time. Go watch Blimpy. Yeah. A-list, the scary one, I can't have in New York. I'm assuming that's the scary one. Does New York have AR bans? I know Chicago has all sorts of crazy dumb laws. Favorite caliber? I'm gonna probably say 22. There's not a whole lot you can't do with a 22. They're cheap. I mean, this gun, if you're laying on your belly in tall grass and you're shooting long distance, sends one hell of a percussion out the end, folds the grass down. Bowl. Cow. It's the tan one, A450. Yes, it is. So you know, because you live in Michigan. But underneath the knuckles, we're not allowed to use a rifle for deer hunting. Up above the knuckles, we can use rifles. In the UP, we can use rifles. Yeah, I really like to reach out and touch vermin, no GunDog. I got a 22-250. You got me halfway there. If I get to 50 likes, like I said, my next live will be a whole different view. Same table, different guns. No AR band, but pinned mags. No threaded or modified end of barrel. Pistol grip, blah, blah, blah. Ignorant. That's crazy. It's like your Ruger American 450 has a spin on. So that gun would be illegal then in New York. That gun, same deal. That'd be illegal in New York. I'd need 3 tables if I got all my guns out and laid them out. Yeah. Look up NY Safe Act. Sandy Hook, no votes. I'll look into it. I totally believe you, though. I mean, it was your guys' governor that came out with some diet soda ban law. Was it what's his name, Newsom? Was it Newsom that came out with a soda pop laws about supersized? $1,100, nice, very nice. Is it black market? Hell no, absolutely not. Everything you see here is owned proudly by an American. Bought and paid for, and background checks. Auto. If you want to watch Blimpy, go watch Blimpy. If you want to play with your toys, go play with your toys. But we're not playing on the table right now. Your name is Sam. Hi, Sam. I drive a Ram. $22,250 there for varmints, GunDog. Vermin is more like a gopher or such. Yeah, but you can still pin attack with a $22,250. Best fighting caliber for you. Probably that one. I'm more of a lover than a fighter, though. And that one if it gets up close. Just like the Call of Duty game. Nothing on this table is a game. So yeah, Critter, if I could have brought out more, but I was just kind of seeing YouTube if I got booted after a short amount of time or whatnot. But to my knowledge, I've watched a couple gun lives now, and it's just the same as this. You just put them on the table and peek at them. Can't touch them. A lot of guys will try to trick you into, oh, show me the backside. It's going good. Yeah, that is crazy that you got snow down there, Jay. Yeah, luminaries, it's hard. It's hard. One, two. Go watch a movie. Go watch a movie. Climb up on Mama's bed. Climb up there. Jay, sorry I've been missing you. You're a moderator now. So everybody with a blue wrench has a channel. Maybe other than Heath. Thank you, Souls Legend. One thing I liked to do with my guns when I was a little bit younger, you can see it on there. So when they got the engraving and carvings on a gun, I would take a white crayon and etch and sketch on the side, and then clean your gun, and you're left with that white. Thought it made it look sharp and clean. Got my new tarp on the portable ice shanty this afternoon. Hopefully get out next week. Yuppers, I'm the odd duck. As always, go, hey, what get some content, Heath. I mean, you're on YouTube Live quite a bit. There's people that literally put stuffed animals on trees and record that, and I don't know how they get 500 people sitting there staring at a stuffed animal on a tree, but it happens. Just went shooting Tuesday. I would like to shoot soon. It's really cold outside. I'll be shivering, I'll be shaking, my fingers be hurting and cracking. I'm a supporter, not a creator, GunDog. Blake, you're late, as normal. Thanks for joining us. Yes, these are all mine. For anybody that thinks you can just go to a gun show, pick up a gun, and walk out the door, no. For every one of these guns, I've went through a FBI background check. Tara, thank you for coming in. I know you are a good person. I give you a wrench. So I suppose since you just got here, Blake, I'll run you through what we got going on. We got the EDC, everyday carry. That is a 9mm. At the end of the table, I got a 17 HMR. And then this is just all the calibers on the way up. We got 22 short, 22 long rifle, 22 WMR, 223. You can either call that a 308 or a 7.62 by 51. This bullet itself is actually a 7.62 by 51. This one right here, next to this gun right here, it is a Mosin Nagant. That's a 7.62 by 54. Then we have a 270, a 30-06, and a 450. You can can tell a little bit of difference. One's a little bit fatter than the other. They look like the same. They're definitely two completely different rounds. We got a Mosin Nagant. That shoots a 7.62 by 54. This one is a 20 gauge Remington 1100. And then we have the Bushmaster 450 Ruger American. This is one of my very first guns. This is a chipmunk gun, shoots 22 shorts, single action, single shot. This is, they were talking about banning AR-15s, so I said fuck AR-15s, I'm buying an AR-10. And then my 17 HMR. '17 HMR has got a lot of woodchucks under its belt. We added coyote and woodchucks to this one last year. This one's never shot anything other than pop cans. This one's not shot anything other than targets. Lots of waterfowl, lots of upland birds. Targets and tannerite with that one. And this might have been an impulse buy. Before I was married, I'd save up all my bottles. So if you didn't know, Michigan is one of the only states where we get a 10-cent deposit return on pop bottles. So in my younger years, I would fill up a shed full of pop bottles, then bring them all back at the end of the year. I'd get my taxes, I would bring in my pop bottles, get my return, and then I'd go buy a gun. So I was actually buying the 17 HMR Savage, and on my way out the door, I seen them break open a box full of these, and then the price tag on these were $119. Came with a bayonet on the end and oil can and a couple other things. So I was like, well, for that price, I still had my pop bottle money left over. I ended up purchasing that one. And this one I did get flagged for, even though I bought that one at the exact same time and walked out the door with that after my FBI check. I got flagged for this one, and I had to wait 15 days. But what it was is I bought 2 guns in a 24-hour period. Critter, you better do a live tonight. We want to see some fur. Go to the East Coast and squeeze on off. I'll try to catch it here in England. I can't remember her name. I watch a dog trainer in England, and she's also a gun reloader, which is just odd to me. I use the double barrels, and she must be a hunting guide, and they go after pheasants, and she'll just stand behind the guy, and they carry 2 guns, but she doesn't shoot. She just, after he shoots twice, he hands her the gun, she loads it, she swaps back. Good channel. Fire, fire, fire. Hello from Ukraine. Howdy, Nighthawk. I can remember when the Mosin cost less than $100, GunDog. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I bought this for $100 when I was around 23 years old. Right now, you go to the store and it's like $400. $42 people, 33 thumbs up. you get me to 50 likes and we will do another gun live with a whole different round of guns on the table. Double tap your screen. The redhead appreciates it. What is the ranch chambered in? Assuming you're talking that one, that is a 450 Bushmaster. So here in the state of Michigan, we're really populated. So for deer hunting, if you live underneath, because we're shaped like a mitten, so if you're underneath the knuckles, you have to use a straight wall cartridge. If you're above the knuckles, you can use the bottlenecked cartridges. I reside in lower Michigan. I have property in northern Michigan, so I hunt 30-06 if I go up to the UP, or 30-30. I really like my lever action. Mosins are hard to find in your stores down there, up there, northwest of here. Right on. I have the 5.56. Very nice Marty Thompson. I have a Remington 700 and 223, but that gun's not pressure tested to shoot both. This gun here, I can shoot 308 or 7.62 by 51. Thanks, roll call, even though I don't have anything on there. My custom paint job, did that one myself. AccuTrigger. Very, very nice trigger pull on this one. I did a custom paint job on my ranch. Kind of looks like your 700. Oh no, this one's not. My Remington. That one is a Savage. I think it's a Savage Model 10, but that is a 17 HMR. So that little bitty ripper is a 17 HMR compared to the 22 family. So my little one went to grandma's yesterday and slept for 2 hours for his nap, and I get him to nap here and he's up after 30 minutes. So if it keeps poking out here, I might end the live a little early. Yes, I do have one, Marty. I just didn't pull them out. So if you just got in here, this is a 17 HMR Savage. We have a Ruger American SR762. We have a Chipmunk gun, shoots shorts only, 22 caliber. We have another Ruger American 450 Bushmaster, a Remington 1100. It's a semi-auto 20 gauge. And then a Mosin Nagant, if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, somebody please correct me. And then my everyday carry is another Ruger American 9mm subcompact. That comes with 2 different clip sizes. You can do a 12+1 and it's really, really small, nice to conceal, or you can do a 17+1 and then it basically just makes it feel like a full framed pistol. Blake, you were requesting a 50 cal. I was gonna bring it out, but it's just a muzzle loader. It's not a 50 Barrett or anything like you were probably thinking. But these 3 guns are probably, nope, not those 3. These 2 and that 17 is probably used the most. I'm tired, work is busy. What do you do for work, Catherine? You might have told me, are you a nurse? I believe you're in the medical field. Take blood. That's funny. So my veins poke out of my arms quite a bit. And the last time I went in to go give blood, she missed twice. And then the third time she got it in, and she was holding on to it, and the lady turned around to grab a clipboard or something, and the vial fell off out of my arm, hit the ground, and broke. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'll have to try that again." And I was like, nope. You did it 3 times, you're not poking me again. Oh, she was 100% an amateur. Like, you can see that big blue thing. Hello from France. Thank you for coming in. So what have we had today? We've had France, we've had Ukraine, we've had Germany, America Strong. Thank you, Alex, for visiting. If you have any questions, I have a flag in my pocket. I have a flag in my pocket coming in from America. .65 Grindle. So I actually took French class when I was very little. Nobody in my state speaks it, so when you don't use something, you lose it. Mosinagant. That is what that is. You got any Lee Enfields? I do not have any Lee Enfields. $52 people. You have the power to give me 50 likes. If we get 50 likes, the next live will be a table full of more guns. Different guns. Guns you haven't seen. .17 HMR Savage, Ruger SR 762, shoots 308 and 7.62 by 51, 22 short, 450 Bushmaster, Remington 1100 20 gauge, Mosin-Nagant, shoots 7.62 by 54. Ruger American 9mm subcompact. .450, 30-06, 270, 7.62 by 54, 7.62 by 51, 223, 22 WMR, 22 LR, 22 short, 17 HMR, 9mm. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming in. Any questions? Got a Nikon Pro Staff scope on there. A Sig Sauer scope on the 450. Oh, now it's coming down. How big of dog does it take to urinate a ton of urine? A 1-ton dog? Most expensive gun on the table right now definitely goes to the Ruger's SR762. And this gun now has actually been, what do you want to call it? They no longer make it. I have a 4 and a 5mm and a 177. That's cool. I reckon you got a lot of guns that you're about to bring out and show. No, only if I get to 50 likes. What did I get out today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guns today. If I get to 50 likes in the next 10 minutes, I'll give you 7 more guns. Hell, we'll even do it tomorrow.
You have it's in your pocket.
I have a flag in my pocket? Mm-hmm. Well, why'd you put it there?
So you don't lose it.
So I don't lose it? Mm-hmm. You're so thoughtful. Are you watching Blimpy? Are you learning anything? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. Well, are you getting sleet top of that snow? Well, just more snow. That might have actually been snow coming out of the tree I seen a minute ago. It's slowly snowing still. So I live about 30 minutes east of Lake Michigan. If you know anything about the Great Lakes, we get lake effect snow. That is when cold air blows across the warm lake. It's like a giant snow machine. If you go 30 minutes to the east of me, they don't have nowhere near as much snow as me. go.
In your pocket. Oh, you don't lose it. Hey.
Are these all my guns? Yes, they are.
Hey.
About 1/8 of what I own. Hey, go sit up there and watch. You want to watch something else? I'll be right back to answer any questions. Critter Getter 270 is his go-to gun. That one right there. What size grain do you use? Catherine, you would hate to try and get blood from me anymore, miss. Only place they can find my veins is on the back of my hands. You don't have a 4.5 millimeter rifle? No, I do not, Alex. So all of my rifles, the rounds are pretty much on the table. I own a 30-06. I own a 270. My 30-06 is a semi-auto. My 270 is a pump. I own a Mazin Nagant. I own a 308 7.62. It's the black one there. I own a Remington 700 223. And then a handful of 22s, a 17 HMR, and a, oh, I should have brought out a 30-30 round. I do want a 30-30. That one should be in there. Hold on, we'll fix this. To the ceiling, to the walls. Till the bullet strip down your balls. Oh. Tware, oh tware. There you are. Voila. And then a 30-30. Own one of them too. So that looks a little bit better. I get the full walk up. And then shotguns, from smallest to largest. I have a 410. I have a 20 gauge. I have a 16 gauge. I have I have 4 12 gauges. And I have 2 10 gauges. Alex, thank you for coming in. I believe you said you were from France. I appreciate you. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. If you have, please check out anybody with a wrench on this channel. They all have channels, for the most part. Keith, did Critter answer us? Is he doing first shed tonight? The Fair Ferry drop him off anything? The only time I'll hold a gun gangster, this is this gun. And if I go snow goose hunting, which I definitely plan on it, I'd like to do a cupped mount. The need go right up there in the corner, cupping and coming in for a landing. I'm kind of surprised. We didn't have no keyboard warriors in here today. No spammers, no shit talkers. He said he'd probably be doing a live tonight. His beaver should be getting close to being thawed out. Okay. Well, we are getting right on 80 minutes. With our new Michigan gun laws, since I have a little in my house, I have to go stuff all of these back in the safe. Can't have any old firearm behind the curtain. Either has to have a trigger lock on it, a chamber lock on it, or it has to be in a safe now. Which I'm halfway all right with that law. This Ruger M77 still hold their value. My wife has got a solid synthetic stock and mine's a hollow synthetic stock. Is Ruger M77 still hold their value? I am not familiar with that particular Ruger. I'd like to say yes. All of my Rugers that I own in the last 4 years have basically went up in value since all the gun laws got stricter in most of the states. Even this gun here, I was shocked. I bought this gun 3 years ago, brand new, for right around $400. And I just looked at this exact same gun at Family Farm and Home in my local town, and it was going for 650. So I would say as long as it's not scratched, damaged, if you kept up on maintaining it, you probably have a higher value. I'm glad I live in a free state. Which governor do you have, Heath? Do you got the lady? Or is she South Dakota? Forget her name. They were $600 at the time. Hers is older than mine. I would still think it holds just as well a value. Like I said, I love Ruger. This is a Ruger American Subcompact 9. They had a recall on it. One of the I don't know what that part's name is that's on the inside there that has a spring on it, but that had some problems in some other people's, and they literally got a hold of me and sent me a new one in the mail. But is that sleet that I hear? No, I just have a really loud furnace. But I'm gonna get to putting these away, and I can't touch them in front of you or I'll get in trouble. So I thank all of you for coming in. Almost made it to 50 likes, so I will do another gun video probably next week. But I appreciate y'all, and thanks for coming.